fucking
They have just shut down
so
all systems. I'm sending
I mean,
life
just
support capsules your way.
after that whole dev stream, right? I mean, like, I guess I never really asked you what were your thoughts.
I like how they're gonna do the twins, I guess. Um, I'm thinking that eventually somebody's gonna end up with a figuring out which one of them has stronger shit. And I feel like it's gonna come down to like they're gonna single out which
Well,
one's
the thing
better.
is, you're gonna have to play them both. There's not gonna be one that's better. You have
I
to
know,
have
but
to.
like,
They're both gonna be good.
I think it was like most of the time, um, people end up Xing out a specific move for the helmet.
Well, they actually never touched on the helmet because there might not be a specific move from the helmet, though.
That is also true.
Life support incoming.
Like, but the thing is, like, it could just be garbage.
Right.
Like, Rose's ability, for example. His is the fucking insta healing one that he has. His two.
I've delivered a life support
Like,
capsule to the area.
you know, that's
Activating it
not
will buy
an
you
ability
on
that
time.
matters, I think, on any other Warframe, realistically. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there's a build out there that might work for it, but, you know. I'm just thinking about that one realistically, like, fucking... You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get you. So what I'm thinking is like the usual steps that they figure out what works on the Warframe, what doesn't, what's best for it, or if there's like a hidden like, because obviously the devs don't show us all the things you can do with it. That's left up
Obviously
to
all
us.
the stats aren't really there. Well, I can tell you off the rip, the best thing is going to be range, but because of how those Warframes work, it's not going to be your one all the time. You can tell by how they designed Sirius and Orion that they have to be played together. There is no option. So they both have to be good. Because think about it like this. Sirius has, you know, health, healing, revive, all that stuff, right? In one ability. His song, right? Which is his third. He also has the protection, right? Because it also gives you damage reduction. So you're going to need that ability down all the time. Well, when you swap over to Orion, you want a little bit crowd control without having to deal with the alt stuff right away, right? Like doing your ultimate or whatever, which requires you to use both of them anyway, right? They can't all be the same color, otherwise your ultimate won't work. Pablo made sure that was very clear. You know what I mean?
Right.
So there there is no best. Because you have one that's more for, you know, damage and stuff, and then you have one that's more for healing and damage reduction. So without cycling them both constantly, there's no point. There's no point to even playing that Warframe.
I don't know.
Well, yeah, because I mean, think about it. You can do if you look at just Orion, for example, right? You could just play Roth, like it'll just do what Orion's doing better, right? Because if you're just playing Orion, then you'll never be able to use your ultimate, and the only thing that you're gonna be doing is using that black hole and then boosting your damage and throwing a fucking sight that lights shit on fire. Like that's it. Well, if that's your goal, you could just literally play Roth. If you're looking for someone with healing and damage reduction, you could just play like Trinity,
Why don't we turn this
and
chance
you
meeting
know
into a
that's
relaxing
serious, right?
Mhm.
So, or Cyrus, or whatever. I don't know. Every time I look at that name, I always want to call him fucking
Extraction is
Sirius
available
from
if you
like fucking
Harry
Harry
Potter.
Potter. Yeah.
Same here.
Serious. Why so serious? Why am I getting so much more leveling off this? I guess people actually like Siren from boosting my guns.
now you melt away like Velomir's snowflakes.
But that also means it's going to be a high maintenance warframe.
Yeah, that was my hard thought.
Which isn't bad because then you know you're going to be using the warframe for its intended purpose, right?
The other thing I was thinking is that eventually somebody's gonna figure out somebody's gonna figure out some way to break the warframe. They always do.
Oh, he's already broken. I can tell you that from the rip. If you do a max strength range build, you don't necessarily need duration, right?
Right.
I mean, I wouldn't think so. I mean, I don't. I also don't know how the kit is set up in the first place. So all of his ability, I know for a fact. I could guarantee you that 2 and 3 is duration. Guarantee it. But I'm sure there's a workaround where you could do something like an arcane concentration and do something like a multi-augmented off the back end
It ends the same way.
and be fine. But I think, you know, regardless of the Warframe and its playability, because there's not really a whole lot to speculate on. Fucking the Railjack stuff. Do you think people will actually play that?
Well,
Like
I mean,
outside of just getting the new Warframes?
they could be doing like, well, I mean, yeah. Besides getting the new warframes, all this stuff is gonna be in a new area, so there's probably gonna be stuff to farm out there. I would say yes. I would say yes. There is gonna be an influx of people doing stuff with Railjack. I don't know to what degree, but yes, I do believe that the Railjacks are going to have a bit of a breath of life breathed into them.
Well, it also makes me wonder how hard like the Steel Path would be if they were able to implement it that came out with that update. You know what I mean? Because like you remember your first taste of Steel Path.
Don't we all?
It was like waking up to fucking a bitch slap in the face. That's for damn sure. Like, oh shit, this is actually kind of hard.
It's like when you're the king of Mortal Kombat in your own house, and then you get online and get your ass handed to you by the 9-year-old. You know what I mean?
No, it's like getting your ass whooped in Fortnite by some fucking 5-year-old, bro.
Oh god, that's even more infuriating.
You know, I'm in my mid-20s and I'm getting my ass whooped by a 5-year-old who plays Fortnite. Like, Mortal Kombat is one thing. If I get my ass whooped in Mortal Kombat, that's a skill gap, right? But I don't know. I don't know about you, but I don't think Fortnite is a skill gap.
It is not a skill. Fortnite is just not fucking worth it.
It's a tough game to put down, that's for sure. Not in a good way. definitely difficult. Um, but no, I definitely think the new ship designs are really cool. And how they're kind of going with the route to make it easier for newer players with the whole railjack thing, because it definitely seems like DE's taking that turn with the whole consideration for newer players thing.
I agree with that. Yes.
How easily they break.
You know, and like, um, oh man, hold on. I gotta fix something. Cover me for a second.
Okay.
Do 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 do.
Remember my face while yours is melting off. Ugh, too slow, Minerva. Stupid, stupid.
Don't worry, I'm almost done. Oh, damn it. Okay. Anyway.
Good.
But, I mean, what do you think of the new proto frames, though?
Oh, Ash and Ruda, fucking love them. Ash gives me major like Scorpion vibes.
I think that was definitely inspiration behind his model. It's gotta be.
But it has to be. I don't see how it fucking couldn't.
Well, they definitely went for more of like the anime style, like ninja aspect. Like you pull any anime thing out of your ass, and you think of just like a Barrett, you know, straight up ninja.
Speaking of Ash, they did not show a lot of Garudas.
Jesus Christ.
This is about to get
Uh,
and upsetting.
it's a whole lot of ass. No, they did that with Mesa, bro.
Yeah, people like, all right,
Rebecca's
you saw Mason,
fucking.
guys, you got
Rebecca's
yourself.
fucking. What was it? Her design thing.
Fan art.
Yeah. That she made. LOL.
Oh, she made that? I thought somebody sent that to her.
No, I'm pretty sure she made that.
God, that whole fucking company is like a thirsty bitches.
Well, yeah, like with the whole Mesa thing, that you know they designed that as a cover up, but that was all Rebecca, dude. Like with the whole jacket thing, because everybody was like, it's a little too much.
Like, fine, I'll give them an optional jacket
Yeah, right.
that we know 99% of people are not going to use.
You'd be surprised, actually,
Clowns who haven't read my dossier.
because you got to think about it. It's the reverse psychology effect, because it also makes the character look better. Like I'm gonna use it. But also, if I remember correctly, Mesa's heirloom does not come out until TennoCon, which is July 11th, I think, that weekend. So it'll be the TennoCon drop, which is fine. I think they're already putting a whole bunch of shit into Jade Constellations. It's going to keep us busy for a little while. And the worst part about it is, I think the two... Worst part is the two incarnates that I would go for, and I hate that they're adding another week into that rotation, because that makes everything else take longer. You know, and the newer players are just going to be so... I feel like it's going to add to the overwhelmingness, right?
Mhm.
Because if any of those weapons, and I have a weird feeling I know one of them will, for sure, if not both of them, right, are gonna break the fucking meta. Guarantee it, right? And Warframe is designed to have zero meta, but also at the same time, there's always going to be weapons that are just going to be at the top of the board because their performance is strong. Because yeah, you can make any weapon in this game good, don't get me wrong, but
But when you can make one go way above and beyond to the point to where it's like torrid level or fucking Latum
well, the
level.
Tor I don't even think the Tord is that good, honestly.
The Phalarx, I think, is playing better than the torrid is.
I think DPS wise, it definitely is. But I feel like Tord is really good because it's the crowd control weapon. So like the Torrid itself, right, is just outperforming a lot of those weapons just because, like, especially with the Phalarx, for example, the ammo economy is the problem. That's why a lot of people, like, I have that Crux build for it, because Crux helps. Plus, you can always reload with it by just swapping the weapon, but as soon as you, like, reload, you have to swap the weapon. Otherwise, the reload animation just takes too damn long. But I honestly think out of all of the weapons, at least just based off what we're shown, I definitely feel like they've shown us the Vectis and the Stug for a reason. Because I think those are going to be the two that are going to push the meta of the new incarnate weapons. Also, we can leave.
Alright.
Yeah, the mission's been up and most of my weapons are 30. Um, yeah, I definitely think those two are going to push the meta. Reason for the Stug is because it's going to offer that crowd control. So like once you get the build just right, because I can see it now. It's going to be the Stug with a Cascadia Flare build, guarantee it. It's going to be a Cascadia Flare build. The thing's going to have a freaking Heat Viral build, Cascadia Flare, and it's just going to absolutely wreck face. I can see it. You're going to be killing shit with balls, dude. It's going to be like the bubble gun all over again.
Fucking A, man.
Dude, for real. Like, little fucking poison balls. It's a whole lot of balls.
Death by balls.
Well, dude, and then like with the whole Vectis thing, with the whole headshot thing, I think Vectis and somebody like Sight 9 maybe, right? Because you could build the Vectis around invisibility, right? So like,
Hmm?
crap, I'm trying to think of that freaking mod. I think it's no. Well, you could probably use primary acuity with it because if you're going to be wanting to hit those headshots with that Vectis to
Hmm?
create that explosion, because then you're getting that AoE effect off of it. Plus, if you're invisible with someone like Sight 9, oh, here it is. I think it's yeah, Spectral Serration, right?
Hmm?
Because you could take like Sight 9, Spectral Serration, make a freaking. You could probably do another Heat Viral build with it, right? And then just absolutely wreck face. And then you could probably use something like, oh, this is probably going to be a big one. Hold on, my brain is working. Primary Deadhead,
Okay.
so you get that modifier off of the headshot kills. Plus, you also get the negative recoil, so you're able to constantly keep lining those headshots. Because I don't know about you, I haven't used the Vectis in a long time, and I don't even have the Prime version, which I'm lacking. But um, for the sake of being like, I just think it's going to be a monster. And you could even hear in Pablo's voice when he said it. He's just like, it's like, Oh Jesus! He's like, if you're not landing headshots, you're fucking trash. Like,
For
okay,
real. That's...
okay, Pablo.
God damn it, Pablo.
Fuck you, Pablo. Um. Oh Jesus, dude. I don't know, man. I'm super excited. I have a weird feeling. I mean, like with the whole quest line, um, or maybe not like a weird feeling, but I definitely have a feeling that with the quest line itself, um, I I feel like it's gonna be one of those things where you kind of start it up and it's gonna be that opening cutscene is probably gonna tell you whatever the stalker's been up to. But the question that keeps racking in my brain is that if they're saying that Sirius and Orion, right, came from different universes, right?
Mhm.
Like, then does that mean that the stalker right now in our universe still has one of the children? So in theory there'd be three? Because that's how they presented it when they talk about it. The baseline of the quest, it's two children from a different universe that are basically clashing it out because they both want dad for two different reasons. Or that maybe even the same reason, just in two different universes. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Man, I don't really have any secondaries to level. Holy shit. Uh, we could get the Bolto, and then we could craft the Yak Bolto. That Master Ring craft done. God, I feel like a goddamn scrub, dude. Claim the Aquex, I guess. We could probably start there. Ba 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 ba. Yeah, that should work. So I think, yeah, I can take this one. Shove some mods on it. What is this? Max zoom, negative fire rate, but causes viral explosion per secondary. Okay. Blah 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 blah. Throw mods on it. Call it day. Um. Oh, status. I suppose. I suppose. Double up on that viral. Call it a day. Let's see. We'll pull out the Eclex here. Some mods on this bad boy. Crit, huh? What else can I throw on here for shites and giggles? Try to throw some toxic. Call it a day. That's maxed. Oh, shit. Here's Guy's Tragedy. It's okay. I'm just doing this to make sure I can actually kill things when we go to the next one. I absolutely hate leveling, dude. It's so time consuming.
Fucking real.
Good enough. Alright. Anyway. Also, I hit Master Rank 29. Which is cool. Anyway. But yeah, no, like, just fucking... I think what I heard... I mean, obviously, you know, correct me if I'm wrong. But, I think those stalkers on Lua? That's what I heard. bro's just fucking sitting there on Lua waiting for time to pass. You know, being stalker daddy while he comes and murders us from time to time.
These foes deserve your
But
respect. Honor them with quick deaths, and I with your victory.
I don't know, man. It's just I don't know. I just really want to know how it's gonna start. You know, like what are we gonna be doing? Like, what? How does the Tenno even get involved in the first place? But I also have I swear, I feel like it's just gonna start with the stalker, right? So, like, imagine this. You're gonna, you know, you're just gonna chime in. It's gonna start with a whole, like, cutscene of, you know, stalker being stalker daddy on fucking, you know, the moon for shits and giggles. And bro's gonna be doing normal things, and all of a sudden there's gonna be, like, some sort of cosmic level type event thing, because, you know, obviously any and all memories, right, from each of those, I mean, it's like the same thing with, like, kind of like how Marvel does their shit, right, or really any type of time traveling or multi-dimensional style film, right? It would be essentially the same concept. Like, they're gonna know exactly where to go because they were raised there. But what do you think might have happened where the kids would need to come back and do something about the stalker, about their father? Fuck me, I wish I'd remembered his name, but
Oh yeah, Oliver's got a name now, doesn't he?
stalker's always had a name.
But they officially gave him one, didn't they?
Crap, I can't remember his name,
They
but
called
I
him
think it
something
was
because
during.
Jade called him the name.
Yeah, but there was pre-existing lore. Soren, there we go. Jesus Christ. Yeah, so Soren, right? I mean, I assume you know the entirety of the lore from Jade, right?
I didn't know, I knew most of it, and I know there was a huge like portion that was missing in my brain. And then I found Jade's promise with all that stuff in it. In
And
the
you thought about
Teshin.
reading it, and then you didn't.
No, I read it. I only read it once though.
Oh, fair enough. Well, you know, obviously, you know, back in the day, blah 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 blah. Soren and Jade were, I think they were two different classes of people or something like that in Orcan society. But you know, they ended up becoming lovers and stuff like that, and then Jade got pregnant, right? Well, that's a crime, okay? Fucking around with different, with different classes, you know, like the high class versus the mid class or whatever you want to call it, right? Fucking around with a different class of people. I can't think of the proper word. Roast me later, but yeah, that's a crime, right? Because it's fucking Orcan society, so why not? It's a crime. And Ballas, seeing it as the crime it was, decided to punish them by turning them into warframes, right? Using the Heimlich. Well, during that process of using the Heimlich, Soren got his memories wiped by Ballas, so he had no recollection of anything. And then Jade, Jesus Christ. And then Jade, okay, Torment, I'm trying to level here. Quit being an asshole. I'm trying to have a conversation. You're being mighty rude here, sir. Anyway.
Nice.
It's not very nice, man. You're being rude, bro. I'm a civilized human being. Anyway,
flying out of left fucking view and just start punching the shit out of him.
Literally.
right.
Like
Well,
Liu King just blasting out of a combo, just wah!
oh, my gun wasn't firing there. Um, no, yeah. So anyway, so yeah, during the Warframe transformation process, I can't remember exactly word for word what Ballas said, but he made sure that it was painfully aware to Jade, right? And she was the only one who was able to retain all of her memories. That basically you were never going to be able to have this child, and I'm going to make sure that that is, that, you know, that you are never going to be able to do that, right? And then I think Ballas said something along the lines of like, um, something about channeling your own power, or you could like channel all the power that you have or whatever into the baby, but it's not going to do you any good type shit. And that's where Jade got her massive idea from, with the whole incubating for fuck like 1,000 years or something like that. All right, because this was before the Orcan Empire collapsed, of course. It was during the collapse, but it was definitely before. Because I feel like a part of Jade and Soren's story, I feel like if Jade and Soren were still on the side of the Orcan, the Empire might have had less of a chance of collapsing because of how powerful Jade was. Because Jade was kind of the whole, you know, she was the executioner. She was Ballas's left-hand gal, you know? Like, her...
She was no Margulis, but let's be real.
No, she was the, oh, hey, you know, we have these peasants here. I need them to be burned alive in the Jade Light. We're going to hold a ceremony on Thursday at 7. Like, right after, like, I don't know, something like WrestleMania or some bullshit, like Orkin television.
For real,
Right after my show gets over, we're going to have this ceremony, and I need you to execute. Yeah, exactly, and I need you to execute these goddamn peasants. Fucking peasants. These low-life peasants.
Do it at the Oregon Bowl halftime show.
Yeah, right. Oh no, we're gonna execute them on television during the halftime show. Night
Bring
of the
out the
Naga
peasants!
drums.
Dum 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 dum.
Nah, dude, for real. Night of the Naga drums. Time for execution. Death by fire. But yeah, that.
Fucking Ember just comes out with fucking Roman candles those bitches to death.
No, it was Jade with the Roman candles, bro. That Jade light, it's, you know, it's fire, literally.
It just no shit, it sucks.
So yeah, and you know, honestly, I think a part of it might be like to the whole.
The halftime show.
Right. I feel that actually brings up a really good point, because I think when it comes to son of a bitch, when it comes to what might have happened in the universes for Sirius and Orion, right? Or Cyrus and Orion, Sirius and Orion, whatever. I think that might be a part of it, because I don't know if you remember, but at the end of the Jade quest, there was the whole, oh shit, you know, the pieces of Jade, like her feathers or whatever, ended up being left there at the Stalker's fucking base or whatever, right, or Hunhouse base or something like that, whatever you want to call it. And that's how Parvos Granum was able to get a hold of that stuff, and he started selling it like on the black market. So, and the Jade Light being the, you know, probably I think it's the most powerful weapon, to my knowledge, maybe.
Captured a radio tower.
It's just described that way, kinda. That would make it like, you know, universe collapsing levels of bullshit, possibly.
An enemy have taken a tower. You must recapture it.
You know, and the children could be going back in time because they need, you know, Stalker to do something specifically for them in regards to that. Maybe something that has to do with like the universe. See, that's the part that doesn't make any goddamn sense. Like, what the fuck do you need that guy for? Like, actually, I think Sirius is going back in time to like collect him or use him or something for like I don't know, something to do with like the future, and then I think Orion is going back in time to murder his ass. Which still begs the question of why. Like, what could be the reason that your children would want to come back in time and murder you? Or at least one of them.
The enemy have captured a tower.
But also I think on Orion's ship, they teased a little something about Parvos Granum, which is where I kind of connected that link of the whole Parvos Granum stole the jade feathers and started selling them on the black market for everybody to acquire them and use them as power. And that's how we have the Jade Eximuses. Um, so that's probably got to have something to do with it. You know?
We're losing all these towers.
The enemy
Huh?
have taken a tower. You must recapture it.
What about the towers?
The
Oh,
enemy
excuse
have
me.
captured a tower.
What about the
This tower
towers?
is ours now.
We're losing them.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. I didn't come in here to win. I came in here to level. No, I actually came here because of the whole fucking... It was one of the incursions, and I thought it would be better than the defense. Oh no! I went down. But, yeah. Oh man, hold on. Do you think building them is... Do you think that... Hold on. You're talking about building 2 whole ass warframes. How long do you think that's gonna take?
Equinox levels, they already said.
It's gonna take... It's gonna...
It's 2 warframes. You're building Equinox again.
That is such fucking bullshit. You know how long that took?
Last
You know how
time.
long building Equinox takes? Like a week. Takes like a week. Cause I think with... Well, why'd you leave?
Because I don't want to get defeated. We're gonna lose that. We're at 70 something, and there's no way we can win that.
Why does it matter if you get defeated?
Pride.
Oh, you little bitch
The
boy.
enemy is dominating. You must capture a tower. and
You're
defend it.
fine.
Losing an interception just pisses me off. I hate being fucking outmanned, and it's not fair.
Well,
I don't like interceptions to begin with. It requires me to play with people.
The
bruh.
enemy have captured the message. We have failed. today.
Interceptions are fine. They're not that bad. Compared to something like excavations, they're not that bad. Excavations are annoying. It requires the protection of all of
I
the,
wanna look at this platinum, but I'm gonna let them just buy fucking store all those fucking nuts or be quiet about them.
Does he say something about the Nux?
Well, because other than it costing 60,000 fucking chaotic,
I mean, maybe that's what we should be doing for leveling is freaking doing, excavations. I mean, they're endless.
They are.
I don't think it's a half bad idea.
I have. Wait, do I still have it?
Hold
No,
on.
I don't. I had a
Let me do my-
resource booster.
let me see what this mastering test is about. I'm gonna bring setup. I don't know who to bring. Whatever. Can't go wrong with good old Excalibur. Let's see. Let's see how terrible this mastering 29 test is.
Stand there and don't move.
Okay. Puts controller down.
You win. Congratulations. You're a loser.
Tenno, you are but one against the Horde.
I am one against a
Survival
horde.
depends on speed.
Survival depends on speed. Okay.
And that's code for you're a bitch. You just stop trying to be a bitch and don't be a bitch.
Survival depends on speed. Well, okay. Oh, the enemy level increased by 10? Well, they're only level 50, so that's not hard. You know, I could actually see how this is difficult. Oh, it increases by 20 now. Oh, okay. You have to kill 100 enemies in basically 14 seconds. But if you stop killing, the timer goes down. And it seems like nobody drops... Yeah, it seems like nobody drops energy. Well, so it's kill, and every time you get a kill, it goes up a second. Right? But the max seconds is 14.
Oh, I get you. So it's like one
And
of
the
those
enemy
little-
level constantly
it's-
keeps increasing.
So it's like timer mode on that game.
Pretty much. Max time minus 3 seconds. Okay. Now it's 11 seconds. And enemies are like level 100. And I have like no energy. Oh, man. They've increased by 40 levels. Ruggy.
Dude, what the fuck? I had
What?
the cyst popped on my Atlas, but they straight up stabbed him in the throat. Like, that's not close to the cyst at all.
They'll stab you in your giant meaty throat.
Pretty fucking much. That's what they did.
God, good thing I decided to come in here prepared. Only a casual 110 level enemies. Nice. No, that honestly, that wasn't that bad. I just did it with Excalibur and the Sun and Moon because I have a pretty decent build for the Sun and Moon. I just did a fucking influence build. Anyway, back to the main programming.
Glaze over for a bit. Man needs me in his head.
You know, I wonder if when you level Sirius and Orion, I wonder if it's gonna be, I think, you think it's gonna be 2 different ranks?
Probably. I feel like they're gonna level at the same time, though.
Well, obviously, I mean, you have to play them together. But granted, they could also level up differently because you have to use them. Does that make sense? It's like one might be ahead of the other
Okay, yeah,
because
I
of
see,
the
I see
XP
it.
acquired, right? Because I don't know if you know the XP breakdown, but like when you kill something with your weapons, 50% of that XP you get from whatever you murder goes to your Warframe. So if it's 100 XP, 50 to Warframe, 50 to your weapons. But if you kill something with your Warframe's abilities, it's 100% to the Warframe.
Gotcha.
So
I guess because some of your weapons, it goes your this little split what you said.
yeah, it's 50%, so it's split. Is there? So I that's why I feel like if you're like leveling them, um, you know, they'll have separate XP bars. That's just based off of assumption. I'm trying to find a decent fucking excavation, dude. So really not an like. Why do I feel like I'm looking at for a needle in a haystack right now?
Where are you looking?
Everywhere.
They're
I
on
know that
Earth.
they're not only on Earth. I know there's ones on Earth, but I'm looking on every other planet first.
Mars.
I feel like I was just looking at Mars. It's an interception. That's a mobile defense. That's a spy. That's an invasion. Oh, here we go. It was hidden underneath this freaking invasion. Anyway, yeah, no, the only thing that begs the question is the forming, right?
Hmm?
You think they're going to be separate forming, or do you think they're going to be,
I don't think
one
so,
and the
but at the same
same?
time, they
Unworthy
easily could be,
foes.
dude.
Underestimate
Like you
them.
form a one, it goes to the other.
They're listed together under the same. How the fuck is modding gonna work for that matter?
Well, modding, it would be like anything else. Because you look at Korra, for example.
Why don't we turn this chance meeting into a massacre?
You could look at Korra and say that the modding is fine. Because, you're also modding for a cat. Which, is an ability, I guess. But then you also have your pseudo, which is the whip. So, I suppose it's not impossible. But, granted, with both of them having... Oh, shit. I didn't even think about this. They're gonna have two... You're gonna be able to rock two auras.
Oh, yeah, you will. Yes, you will.
I didn't even think about that one. It's like, yeah, obviously you could do it with Jade, whatever. It's Jade, right? But one of her auras that you pretty much should be running, which attributes to her fourth ability, is fucking aviation. So it really only helps the team if you're in the air, But yeah, that's two auras, man. Which is nuts. Because it's two auras with, I mean, Fuck, dude, it makes you really wonder. Because, like, the thing that blows my mind when you think about the abilities is how is their ultimate gonna work? Because it's both of them.
So what I've seen from the gameplay,
Their
what they
rage is
do is
vehement, their
when you switch
focus
between them,
impressive.
you use different
Give them
moves,
all
like
warriors
your
death.
2 and your 3. And it fills in this little star chart
No,
above.
I know how that works. I meant modding wise. Like, I know how the ultimate works. You fill up the star chart, but, you know, you have to use both of them, and then you clash with each other in the air, fist fighting each other, you know, whatever. And it creates these AoE explosions that do a bunch of damage to the surrounding area. Right. But what I mean is the modding. Like, if I mod one for strength and one for range, does it do both of them come together in the ultimate? Does it just double dip? Like, how does that work? You know what I mean?
I think it might be separate. And the only reason I say that is because when they were showcasing them, they were listed as like
Creating a
uh separate
literally.
on like
The
because
scanner has picked up a
you
target.
could mod
Go to the
them
dig site.
individually.
Yeah, but
Each
their
one,
ultimate is the same ability. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't matter who
maybe you'd
you're
have to
playing.
compensate for both of them.
Additional fuel cells will be used to restore its shields.
That's what I'm saying. So that means it would double dip then.
Confirmed kill.
So
Yeah,
I
see,
put
so
like, for example, overextended on one, and then you put overextended on the other, so then you have two overextendeds for the ultimate ability.
correct because it'd be different warframes, but the thing is together. So
So
I don't know if like you wouldn't be obviously you'd have to have two completely different setups otherwise. You know, I don't think they would do that.
what do you mean
Look what
by
we
two
just
Like
different
uncovered.
setups?
like
Extraction
it,
available.
for
You may
example,
leave
if they
now
say they put
or continue excavating
you
artifacts.
put
The
overextended on
choice is
one, and then you
yours.
try to put overextended on the other, and it's like, well, you already used it on one of them. I don't think they do shit like that.
Well, no, it would be one of those things like the mods don't double dip, so it would count as one instead of two, right?
Correct?
So like that, but that's the question. Like, are the mods gonna double dip then? Because the thing is, when you use that ultimate ability, you know, it's not like, you know, nothing about it is different. They're both exactly the same, and it requires both of them to do
Maybe
it.
it's just gonna be like extra fucking powerful.
That's what I was thinking. It's gonna double dip. So whatever you mod Sirius and Orion for, all of those mods that you're modding one for is gonna mix with the
Excavator
ones that
deployed.
you know
Protect
that
the
are on
unit
the
that
other
extracts the artifact.
when you use the ultimate.
An artifact has been located. Proceed to the dig
But
site.
the irony is, oh shit, unless they do it even differently, to where it's one giant mod platform.
Look for power carrier
Think about it, think
fuels.
about it, think about it.
Strike
Think
them
about this.
down and
You
bring
know how
their
the
cells
Necromech
back
has
to the
like, I don't
excavators.
know, like 10 slots or
16 some
whatever, or like
slots,
16
yeah.
slots or whatever, right? What if it's
Yeah,
just that? What if
double
it's just a
capacity.
giant
Excavator
mod
destroyed.
platform?
That artifact is now
To where when you
lost.
mod one, you also are modding the other.
Dude, that would break certain things that we know. I mean not like break it to where the game was undoable, but I mean like that would completely shatter everything we knew about modding. Having a necromech space for a double warframe. How would we? You'd have to like be very. That'd be a super complex build.
It's going to be complex anyway, because think about it. Because you're either modding two completely
This
separate but
excavator is
also
fully
conjoined
powered.
warframes that you have to
Additional
play
fuel
together
cells will
because
be
you can't
used to
play them
restore its
separate,
shields.
or you're modding on one big platform. So
Where are you at?
truthfully, what is the difference? You know what I mean?
Hmm?
I feel like if you're modding on one big platform for
Excavation
two
complete. Look what we
warframes, I
found.
think that would be simpler. No?
Yeah.
instead of modding two separate platforms for two separate yet conjoined warframes. Because then you would only have to worry about one damage number instead of two.
Right, because as far as I can tell, one of them is just like when you switch, the other one's just like on bot mode.
Yeah, it's like Umbra, like you were saying. But the model they took it from was Wukong, which honestly works because I don't know if you know, like if you've ever played Wukong before, but when you have the clone, you like for example, you pull out his fucking fourth ability, the stick. The clone pulls out the stick too, right, and just does its own thing. But also that clone platform for Sirius and Orion, right? That Wukong style cloning platform, that individual character, like Sirius, for example, like let's say you're playing Orion and it's Sirius, you can, like, you know, Sirius the bot, right, will just start using his abilities at will. And you saw that on stream because he casted his 3 without having to, you know, you having to swap to him and do it. So they just use their abilities at will. Right.
Right.
So, you're basically modding a clone? I don't know, my brain hurts.
My brain hurts too.
Because it's both going to be complicated and simple all at the same time.
That artifact is now lost to us.
Because I don't know, when I look at both of them, the first thing that I was thinking when I was watching both of the demos is these guys are going to be heavy strength and heavy range, right? Because Orion's massive bubble, or not bubble, excuse me, black hole, and then Sirius's massive fucking bubble thing that he does, right? Like, it's gotta have, you know, it's gotta have range, right? Because you want people to get sucked into the black hole, which gives you like the same shit that like Zephyr does with their tornadoes or whatever, right? Same concept, but probably different damage numbers because I'm assuming the black hole is gonna be a lot stronger than a goddamn tunnel of wind. But also at the same time, like, you know, with fucking
That artifact is now lost to us.
Sirius, you want those, you want his health AoE thing that gives you damage reduction to also be massive so it can cover a large area of effect. Because, like, I feel like it'd be one of those things where you throw that down, like wherever you're going, you have your 2 on already with Sirius, and then you throw down your 3, and then after you do that, you swap to Orion, and then you throw down his 3, right? But the 2s, since you cast one, it also casts the other on the other Warframe, so they're essentially the same ability. But they're doing 2 different things, right? And I think Sirius's is more along the lines of like damage reduction and healing or something along those lines, and I think Orion's is more like DPS. Is 2. I don't know. We'd have to see it. I'd have to either rewatch the stream and kind of really read through the lines, or wait for it to come out or something like that, or see what everybody else thinks on the internet, like Reddit forums and shit. But no, like I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I think it'll definitely be interesting to see. Because I just feel like if you have to mod them separately and the mods only atone to whichever one that you modded separately, I just don't think it would work for the synergy. Like, they have to double dip. You know what I mean? Which would make Sirius and Orion, by default, the most broken and powerful Warframe in the game. Like, there's no way. I mean, think about it. You see all their abilities. I mean, obviously, their first ability, you can switch between your partner at any time, which you guys share essentially the same health bar, but your bot doesn't really take any damage, which I don't think the bot version can go down. Right? I don't think it's going to be an exact copy and paste of, like, Wukong's clone. Don't quote me on that, though. Obviously, everything's subject to change. But, because Wukong's clone has its own, like, health bar and shit.
Where are you?
At the objective?
Oh, you're down here. I was gonna say, it says I'm right on top of you, and I'm in your fucking affinity bubble, and I couldn't spot you anywhere.
Yeah, no, I'm just at the objective.
Like, by the logic, you should have been in front of me.
You're
The
good.
excavator has lost power. Find another cell
Fuck,
and bring it.
I need another battery. Oh, hey, a battery. What?
No, it was, I knocked down a Jade Exodus, I didn't kill it, so I had to go back and kill it.
Yeah, no, anyway. So, like...
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, like, they've said how strong Jade is, her lore is, she's very fucking strong. This is her kid with another strong being that can basically just come in and lock all the doors and one tap your ass and touch you. You know, so it's like, just, and then, you know, there's Jade, who I'm eager to see the proto frame for, if they ever do a proto frame for her, just because I have a feeling she's gonna.
the hot mommy vibes.
No, I don't ask me why, but I have like a 99% feeling that Jade's gonna be black.
You think Jade's gonna be black?
I don't.
Is it because the father left?
It is not, but that is not a good reason.
Because Daddy Dearest departed and then returned.
No. He came back after the kids want to whip his ass. I mean, he can't really fucking.
He came back before the kid was born. You know, he did his due diligence. He had his hoe phase.
You know, and then don't ask me. I don't know. Just it's the name, the circumstances. You got two boys. They both want. One wants to kill the dad. One doesn't. The dad just goes around and kills people for a living.
So you're just assuming they're black because of violence?
No. You can probably fucking around with violence, but I mean that's besides the point.
No. Hold on. You gotta remember the acolytes are like, you know, they're like a clan type thing. Like they
four big black dudes that just pop out of nowhere and you're dead.
Oh my god. No, the acolytes are freaking mutations that pretty much worship the Stalker. Like the Stalker commands the acolytes. It's, you know, it's like Darth Vader and the Inquisitors. It's kind of the idea. Pretty much. But you know, they're warframes that got
Jade,
mutated.
the bottom bitch, who went and got pregnant. And so he had to skedaddle.
She just had to fuck it all up, huh? You just had to get pregnant. The goddamn it, woman. It's all your fault.
I don't want to say all this on your stream, but I mean, you agree with this.
I think I didn't never said I agreed. I just think it's funny that you just all of a sudden assume that Jade was black.
I mean, I don't know why, but like, see what
No, because you got it all wrong. Jade's white. Soren is black.
Oh my god!
You got it all wrong. All wrong.
Jade's the angelic.
Jade is white.
Bunny.
Exactly. Exactly.
She got dick down by the big black dastardly black man.
She got dicked down by Soren.
Dude, Soren does sound like the name of a big swole black dude that they with a posse.
Oh my god. Not only was that 12-inch cock great, Ballas was jealous. That's why he did it. He was jealous.
Hope that dick was worth it. That was
He
a
said
player
that.
too.
He said, "I gotta keep him around. I gotta learn his secrets. If I erase his memories, he'll forget
Excavator
that I can
stalled.
bang his
Find
girl."
another fuel cell and take it to the excavator.
I don't know what the fuck with Soren, but if I erase his memory,
Right? If I turn him into a warframe, erase his memory, turn him into my bitch, then I can turn his bitch into my bitch, which ironically ended up happening anyway. Just for different reasons.
This excavator is fully powered. Additional fuel
Oh,
cells will be used
Jesus.
to
I just
restore its
imagined
shields.
Black
Soren is
Stalker.
black. Well, it makes
Black
me wonder
Stalker.
if we're ever going to get the Stalker as an actual warframe. Like, what if that was a hidden thing at the end of the quest? It was like, oh yeah, by the way, surprise, the Stalker is now a warframe.
That'd be kind of cool, but 100% that dude's gonna be black. And you know what be fucked up is I feel like they would do it too, just because of the whole diversity thing. But at the same time, they'd be like, "Do you
equal,
realize the? Do you
equal rights
realize?
is
Do you
equal
realize the
rights.
fucking corner you just painted your ass into?"
Your hard work has just been rewarded.
The amount of Stalker Daddy jokes. I'm sure somebody's already made this joke out there. We cannot be the first people to think of that.
I do not think we are.
Excavator is ready to go. Keep it
Yeah,
powered
but like,
and protect
I'm
it
just
from enemy
picturing
fire.
Jade being like, she has like long white dreads and she's a
The
white chick.
scanner has picked up
Long a
targets.
white dreads
Go
as
to
a
the dig
white
site.
chick is crazy.
Because her name's
This
Jade,
excavator is fully
you
powered.
Just
know?
because her name is Jade is not a
Used to
black
restore
person
its
name.
shields.
No, 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 no. I said she's white. I said she's white. And Jade is a black person name.
She is not a Wigga. Alright. Jade is not a Wigga.
Fucking sword throws a bottle at her. Shut up, Snow.
Snow Ho
It's a
is
scary movie.
Jesus Christ.
That was the thing on, what was it? Scary Movie 5?
I don't know.
Like,
I haven't seen a
fucking,
scary
what's her
movie
name?
in
A
forever.
long time, yeah. Yeah, it was 5 because she was talking to what's his face, the dude that was got the chop of wood. It was like the pre-done like firewood logs that he was just unwrapping them and then cutting them with a fucking axe.
Oh damn, I couldn't save that excavator.
That artifact
Rip.
is now lost to us.
Anyway. No, I fucking Jade is black. That's funny.
I was not thinking about it from any of those other standpoints except for the fact that
An artifact has been
DE is very inclusive with a lot of different things.
Of course.
And I can just see like Nora Nightwave, for example. I did not know she was black until I saw her whole face.
Oh, is it still twitching?
You're dumb. The lips when
Shut
she
up.
comes. Bruh. Come on now.
Also, she's got like white dreads, doesn't she?
Nora? No.
I've got her noggle, I think, on my ship
strike them
somewhere.
down and bring their cells back.
She's got long hair, but it's like I'm pretty sure it's white.
It's definitely white, but I don't think it's like dreads. Can't just assume every black person is dreads, Michael.
I'm not. These are like specific to these two particular characters. Plus, you gotta think. The proto frames look similar to their warframes, correct? Like Garuda has the long blades on her hands.
I assume you remember how a proto frame was made, right?
Additional fuel cells will be used to restore its
I'm
shields.
just saying if they ever do a proto frame for either any of these people.
One of them's gonna be black. Not because you're racist, just because it makes sense, right?
Yeah.
And you're racist, got it. It's fine,
Like,
it's okay.
I was not expecting Wisp to be French.
No, honestly, that kind of psyched out a lot of people. Because how does Wisp being like a sun, what would it be considered? Like a sun god or something? How does that have anything to do with being a
That
nun?
artifact is now lost to us.
Like her proto frame realistically does not match the aura of her warframe. You know,
I know, but I
I mean,
literally
I
I
guess it
literally
kind
thought of
of
this.
does, but kind of doesn't. I guess, right? Like basically harnessing the powers of the sun while also being able to heal people gives you that type of like god vibe. But I just wouldn't have depicted her as a nun, like off rip.
And I genuinely mean this as like
God
not from
damn
like
it!
a
It's
fun.
violence. It's violence. I'm at a
Okay,
disadvantage.
I'm punching in the
I'm
face.
leveling weapons, and the only thing that's giving me strength is my abilities. The same abilities he can turn off. Get
He
out
can
of
turn on
here.
punches.
Hey, he can. Fuck.
Well, he didn't. So
Yeah,
that
it's
was his
because
own damn
his.
fault.
That's because his. Yeah, because turning off his abilities is an ability. It's kind of funny.
He goes
Anyway,
to stab his finger, you just punch him in the face. Like, ow, what the fuck? Can we do it again? No, fuck off.
right.
Yeah, but it is literally a case of what was that? That's the battery.
They're
It was literally
fatherless children, or excuse me,
no,
motherless
no.
children.
It is
Oh
not
wait,
that at
maybe that
all.
makes sense actually. You know, mom died, so she had to be
Excavator is
black.
ready to go. Keep it powered
That
to
is not at
protect.
all like. I was playing up to
The
that
scanner
joke,
has
yes,
picked up the
but no, that
target.
is not the literally the reason I thought that she might be black is because of her figure, her she is taller,
The excavator has lost
and the
power.
way her
Find another
mask
cell and
wraps
bring it
around
to
her
the
face, kind of.
unpowered excavator.
Oh my
Um,
god.
if it was supposed to be,
Can't get any
um,
more stereotypical mask over the face. They're black.
no, that's not what I'm. God damn it! You're the one saying all that shit. Because
Calm down.
I don't know.
Calm down.
I used
That
Wisp as an
artifact
example
is
for
now
like
lost to
showing that
us.
DE can do things kind of out of the hat. You know what I mean? Like
I
that's not a
mean,
pocket shit. Some out
look
of
at the
pocket
new
shit.
Warframes we're about to get. That's pretty fucking out of pocket, in my opinion.
Yeah. And I guess another reason is because they do remind me of Sector and Cyrax from Mortal Kombat, and I'm probably gonna color both of them that way. Just the
Yeah,
way they're
Me and Solo were talking about it. The first thing that popped into my mind, which ironically was the first thing that popped into his mind, was black and white, like yin and yang.
Excavator destroyed. That artifact is now lost to
yeah.
us.
That was the first thing that popped into my mind. So that's what I was gonna do.
But
I
like
mean, black is overall my favorite
their
color anyway.
their helmets especially remind me of Sector and Cyrax from the newer from 10 and 11.
Hmm, makes sense.
Not the ones
Oh, actually,
from
do you want to leave?
not, sure.
Yeah, one of my weapons is
Yeah.
missed.
But it was also uh, uh growing up where I have Jade, I feel is more of a African American name than a white name. And that is the reason why I just thought that like the way like I said that the proto frames reflect aspects of the Warframe themselves, like Ash is a ninja, you know.
Fair.
He looks like a ninja in his normal form. Wisp was still fucking weird. Um, like if Valkyr would have had a proto frame, you said yourself she'd probably be a cat with long claws, or a cat-looking
You
person with
know,
long claws. How are they
you
gonna do
know,
that one?
I, I'm scared to see Valkyr proto frame. All right. we think we think the Mesa heirloom was bad.
Right? But they're making a whole bunch of motherfuckers. But no, but then like Harrow clearly looked like some kind of sort of priest or something. He ended up being the high priest for the Devil's Triad.
Correct.
You know, so they have reminiscent, looks about them of that resemble the Warframe in some way. And I'm gonna go look at Jade real quick.
Explain Garuda.
That's an off the wall one. I can't. Same with Wisp.
What about Saren? Minerva?
Saren and Minerva again. Like there's something like Saren has a similar outfit.
Oh my god, you can't just play the outfit.
But that's what a lot of them are.
Really?
Tell me I'm wrong.
Nyx.
Long ponytail. It's
What?
curled up over her
What?
head in Warframe form.
Handle with extreme care.
Hold on, are you looking at...
Nyx has like a
Where's
crest
my
above her
Nyx?
head.
Any
Hold
That
on.
would be her. That would be her ponytail. Just put up.
Yeah, but that would be it.
I'm not wrong.
You're not wrong about the ponytail, possibly.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah. So what else about Nyx is there then, huh?
nothing else.
Yeah. So it's a look.
How might I be of service?
It's
Not
like
wrong.
regular Nyx doesn't really give that impression as much as like the Prime one does. Oh, I mean, I'm looking at their
Thank the voice.
skin right now, and it's like there's fucking. I mean, there's a lot of difference, but well, granted, mine is colored, so that's not helpful.
So, gloves on or off? One brief and... I do so love to make an entrance. Hello, dear.
What about
Jade have heels. She does.
like almost every female in this game has heels? Almost.
No. Jade definitely does. She got not stilettos or anything like that, but she definitely has heels.
And who needs to meet their
I mean,
makers today, dear?
let's see. Proto frame.
See, I mean, I think
Sight Nines is the only problem with Sight Nines is literally his is a direct copy and paste of the exact same shit, but you put a black guy's head on it. That is the only difference. Oh Jesus! But granted, I will say, Umbra and Arthur do not look the same at all.
I agree with that one.
Shall we begin?
But granted, he was modeled after Excalibur.
My sword is yours.
But also at the same time, I feel like
This is exactly what I'm trained for.
Excalibur.
My day
Excalibur was one of the first, and I feel like they weren't really giving them human features until later.
Well, because like it's literally like you just put some like military-esque straps on Arthur and then just slap a fucking human head on it. I really need to recustomize my Excalibur. He looks like shit. I don't use him though, but
I feel like they did Bolt kind of dirty.
I'll take it from here.
well, that's my point. That's why it's like you're. Because every time that I look at all of them, right, with your comparison of like, oh yeah, it's basically just they have Warframe attributes, but then you look at all the original ones, and it's literally just slap a human head on it. There's no difference. Even Temple. And Temple was a later one.
Invitation
Now,
received.
Saren's is different,
Accept.
right? Then you have like Nova, which I mean, yeah, I guess it has attributes of the original frame because of like
The bell bottom pants and stuff.
not just that. I was gonna say because it gives you that like it looks like her power comes from the thing that's wrapped around her chest. But when you look at like original Nova, oh shit, oh shit.
Yeah, Nova's is very plain.
Yeah, but they look nothing alike, like at all. Like granted, I'm also looking at Nova Prime, but it's fucking fine regular Nova. yeah, there's not much difference between Nova and Nova Prime at all, except there's just gold accents. So that actually does help my case here a little bit. But yeah, when you look at Nova, right? Like she has these freaking things on her head, and they kind of open up or whatever, and some things coming down, and then some jets on her back, and her legs aren't as big; they're actually really skinny, and she's extremely plain. Then you toggle over to Kaya, and then everything got bigger. It looks like the bitch is wearing a sweater, right? She got some big ass pants. Like her legs are like twice the size of Nova's.
Damn.
Like for real. You know what I mean? I guess you could say that the back there's like coils on the back which look like they power the thing on the front. Right? But like when you look at like the newest frame like Garuda, right? Like yeah, Ash is definitely a pretty close representation of his original form. Granted, he has like a cape and stuff, but you can take the cape off. And then obviously he has this long ponytail, so it gives it a very strong look. So you are right when it comes to Ash. It's just Ash with a human head, right? Pretty much. Like that's how I feel like all of these proto frame models are designed, where it's a copy and paste version
Don't care if it's dangerous so long as it's not
with
boring.
minimal adjustments and a human head, right?
Well,
You
I
could
feel
give
like
me the human arms to some
yeah.
degree, the skin color in the arms. Like Nova and Kaya have a good example of that.
Ride out. Arthur James Nightingale, reporting for duty.
Serving you up a cold one.
I guess Frost is another one that I will not concede on. That one is unique. That one's different. He's different from original Frost, man. Come on now.
Yes.
Libertatia, baby.
I mean, fuck, massively different when you really look at it. Holy crap. Because that big fucking thing on his head.
Let's go to work.
They made his back, the thing on his back, bigger, I guess. But now that you kind of mention it, what really does make a proto frame a proto frame? Right? Like, they got injected with the serum from, fucking what's his dick? Albrecht and Trotty, right? But then you just look at them and you're like, okay, it looks like you're just wearing a suit. Like, and I think Frost is a good example of this, where it feels like all your powers are coming from the backpack. Or like Nova, all your powers are coming from the thing on your chest. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like when you psychoanalyze them, the proto frames,
I could
do
also be
they?
noticing shit that just ain't there, but it's like just certain things like just I don't know. Like I was wondering what the deal was with Nyx's like crest on her head, and then Eleanor comes out and she's got the big long ponytail. I'm like, oh, it's just her ponytail. It's just up instead of back.
Right.
But I could just be seeing shit that ain't there. I don't fucking know.
Well, I would assume that like a lot of the character model designs are similar. I mean, you're not wrong when it comes to that. A
Right.
lot of the character model
And
designs are designed to
well
look
that's what I
close
was
to the
trying to get
original
at is like
Warframe.
with Jade's head specifically, her face is wrapped in uh the white cloth. right? Which is why,
Yeah.
or the white, whatever, feathers. You said feather, because she's supposed to be an angel, right?
Who, Wisp?
No, Jade. Jade's supposed to be an angel.
I believe so. It's the angel to the devil concept, but yet the devil
Yeah,
is not the stalker.
right.
Stalker would be
So when
more
I
like a
so
demon.
so so when I see Jade's feathers, wrap, because when she uses glory, her face opens up.
Suffering on this day.
Like
Yeah.
you're not supposed to see an angel's face. But the way I'm thinking about it though is, having hair over your face, and how they can do a human representation of the feathers over her face. Like you wouldn't see her eyes a whole lot.
I suppose.
And then when the angel looks at you or has that glare is when the hair kind of gets blown back by the holy light, kind of thing. That's typical with a lot of things like that. Um, it just the alternate mask for Jade has thicker feathers, which is
Hmm.
why I thought it might be braids or dreads because of the thicker pieces of what would be considered the hair over the face. You know what I mean?
Right.
So my first thought was, oh, it's probably braids or dreads. And then, like I said, the name is like to me, Jade sounds more like a name for a black girl than a white girl. It's just what I think. Um,
Yeah, but if
and
she's
given the
designed after an angel, I don't think they would do a black angel.
true, but then what other angel would be an executioner and go with a stalker? Because angels typically don't like to kill, so having one that's supposed to be an executioner, as you said, a darker side would make sense.
Somehow they're black, that makes them evil.
No, no, that's not what I fucking said. That is not at all what I said.
I mean, it could definitely be interpreted that way.
I mean,
How it came across definitely could be interpreted that way. Because
it
you
could be
said a
interpreted.
darker sided angel, I would imagine she would be black.
I did not say that at all.
I mean,
I,
I just kind of summarized how it felt, I guess. Which is why it was
I,
funny.
I guess there's more stuff about Jade, her design, um, just the thickness of the feathers of outfits, her backstory, her like just the name by itself. Like when you Saren,
Hmm.
and you see Saren's proto frame, the name Saren would fit that proto frame, wouldn't you think? Ash. Ash looks like a fucking ninja. So when you see the proto frame, you think, yeah, that looks like an Ash to me, right?
Well,
Or
yeah.
Ember. Obviously, Ember does fire. And Jade could be because of the green color of the light.
See, I would think Ember would be black.
I can see that too.
Oh,
Um,
don't give me this bullshit. That's bullshit. I can see that. That's
the punk,
bullshit.
like she would have a punk haircut because of the way her hair is. Um, which could be attributed to anybody, but she does have bigger
Oh,
hips.
no, 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 no. Ember would be white. I take that back. Ember
Okay,
would definitely be white.
be like a hot topic chicken
It
best
would be
friend with
like
Kaya.
it'd be a dyke, bro. It'd be a
Oh
dyke that
shit,
shopped at Hot Topic, but had massive titties.
Saren being a older woman was not on my bingo card either. I see honestly because for the whole time we saw Rusalka, who I just recently discovered, which I'm sure you probably knew this, but Rusalka is fucking anorexia.
What?
Yeah, the evil toxic chick from 99. That's anorexia.
That doesn't make any sense.
Look at anorexia. Look at her actual. It. Hang on. Go to Deveri and hover over Arexia's like thing.
Yeah, the Owl Weaver.
Look at the words below it.
Yeah, challenge her in the spiral of the triumph of dust.
So wouldn't she be the toxic evil bitch?
Yeah, but you're not challenging Auryxia
I didn't
because
say that.
Auryxia is not the final boss.
Oh, I haven't done all we were.
That's Cap. I swear you have. You probably don't remember.
No,
The
I
final
haven't.
boss. The final boss is a murmur boss. Auryxia. Auryxia was fucking controlled. It's like Auryxia was like a guardian of something, if I remember her lore. Um, it has something to do with that. Hold on. We can discover this, because I think she... No, she does not. Damn! She has read about lore. She doesn't have Laverian lore. She has read about lore. That's gay. Did you know that Stynex was the first Warframe to actually get an anime style trailer? Yeah.
Never mind. You're right.
Stynex is a
Orexia is
whole
not
like
Nessie
freaking
Rusaka.
yeah. Because I was
Orexia is a spider-like warframe created by Albert Abercontrati. She was originally bound to protect Scholars Landing, but was driven mad by the indifference and now serves as Major Nessie Rusaka's loyal guardian.
yeah. That's what I was like. Like the lore was she was a protector, but I couldn't remember of what.
There's a lot of people. Literally the first thing that came up on Reddit was
Because
said that Rusaka going forward, she's going to end up being Orexia. And the only reason they didn't release this as a proto frame Orexia or Rusaka skin is because they're trying to drip feed the story. So I'm not the only person that thinks this.
I'm not saying that's like it's not impossible. It's just the character model doesn't match the Warframe at all, and neither do the attributes. And not to mention, when it comes to the story, Rusalka was never evil, right? And for all we know, she could also have never have existed. It could just be a mock-up of the man in the wall, the
It could be.
indifference.
I want to mute myself real quick. I gotta use the bathroom.
You're good. Has low crit multiplier, but high fucking crit damage. Or crit percentage, I guess. Dumb. Dumb, 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 dumb. Womp, womp, womp.
Were we trying to finish up anything this week? Do we do Incendia yet? Or anything like that? Or is there no reason to do it?
I haven't done anything. Absolutely zero weeklies. Why would you? Or you want to mix things up? You done leveling?
Well, for right now, yeah. I'm about to be out of Forma.
Well,
I
I've
level
been
I,
leveling literal garbage.
so well. I've been trying to level up my Google weapons the last like what 4 days with my friends. So
Well,
I just kind of ran out of shit to do.
that's not necessarily.
I honestly I want to take a break from Warframe. I just got fucking Diablo. I still need to play that.
Well, you were gifted Diablo, and you know
I was giving.
Diablo's another endless style game.
I know it is, but give me something to do in different terms.
Well, to be fair, me and you have played Warframe twice this week, so I don't know why the fuck you weren't playing Diablo for the rest of it.
Because I was playing Warframe with my other friends during that time that I was.
Well,
Well, also
to
I
be
was
fair,
sick, so
in my defense, and in Warframe's defense, that's your fault. Not the
and
sick part,
and,
but
and in my own
the
defense, yeah,
rest of it.
I was also sick for a little while.
No, that's fair. So you got your break. There you go. Because like whenever nobody's on, I just end up playing like I picked up all the Devil May Cry games for like $20, all 5 of them,
I saw that.
and I'm on
Yeah,
4.
you beat all three the first three already?
Well, it was tough for me to play the third one because I already kind of knew what was going to happen.
Okay.
But I played the first 2. I played a little bit of 3, but I skipped it and I started playing 4. So I don't
Okay.
know what it was about 3, but it was just not my cup of tea.
See, I like 3 and 1. I did not like 2.
Yeah, everybody says they don't like 2. I thought 2 was okay. I felt extremely overpowered in 2,
Same.
which was off-putting. But I've heard, which I don't believe it, but I've heard that 2 is actually the last one. Because it goes 3, 1, people say 4, 5, 2. And I'm like, but that doesn't make it, like, to me, that just doesn't feel like that makes much sense.
Old Man Dante is in 2, so that might actually be accurate. Nero doesn't show up till 4, and then in 5, it's continuing 4. And then I know,
Correct.
yeah, so that actually, I know that Dante and Virgil are very young, or there's like their second encounter.
Their
In
second
it,
encounter with each other, I think, isn't 5.
it is.
Well, technically, it's in 1 because it's Neo Angelo.
Yeah. What do you think of the first one? The first one I like the most.
I haven't played 5, and everything that I know and everything that I've seen, 5 is the best one.
Fair enough.
It's the most heavily rated one. A lot of people
Tenno,
didn't like
a new
4
alert has
because it
begun.
put
It will be marked on
the
navigation.
main character in the back seat,
Which is an understandable
but the
statement.
gameplay was extremely well that it was able to carry the game through success to where people were like, this is a good game, but I'm not a fan of what they did with the story, is what is my understanding of it. No,
Right.
actually, I haven't done Descendia. Oh, all the Descendias for the last... Yeah, it's always the same goddamn rewards, dude. A couple Riven mods, a bunch of fucking crap, and then an Orking Catalyst. It's been the same way for the last several weeks. I don't know if you have to do it to change it.
I don't know. That is a good question.
But, like, I would rather do
What are people
regular
saying?
Descendia because you have
The
2500
form at the
Endo,
end.
2500 Endo, 2500 Endo, and then a Forma.
Yeah. Did you do those Lotus gifts earlier?
Yeah.
Okay.
I took some BS weapons in there and then leveled them that way. I mean, we could do regular Descendia, I guess. That's
What
whatever.
about Parita?
No, Parita's on a weekly thing.
I know, but like I'm still trying to get the other weapons.
Bro, if you're trying to get those other weapons, you're gonna be grinding for a long fucking time. I can tell you that right now.
I should have done it when you were doing them, I know.
Yeah, don't, dude. It took me like a month to grind them all easily. And that was me playing Parita a lot. Like if you're
Constantly.
gonna if you're gonna grind those weapons, you have to like non-stop play Parita.
And there's no other way to get them, right?
Correct. You have the ability to purchase one. Because in the store there's a pack that you can get for 150. And now keep in mind, I bought that and it still took me over a month to get all of them. To the point where I gave up on the last one for a long time and I came back to it. Because I got so burnt out from Burrito. So I grinded my first one, and then after I got my first one, I bought my second one, and then I ended up grinding the last three. So I think there's 5. Yeah. And then on top of that, what also takes a long time is that there's really not much of a point of you getting all 5 of the weapons if you don't have the standing to put into them.
Right.
Because then you won't be able to activate their abilities if your intentions are to use them. If your intentions are to just have the mod slots so you can mod stuff, then the weapons don't matter. Because in order for you to do what I do, where I enjoy what the weapons themselves do, so I like to use them a lot, I basically sacrifice a really good build to maximize the weapon's potential. Otherwise, you could build your operator to be extremely strong, but you're probably barely going to use that weapon.
Gotcha.
Because the amount of stuff it takes to get that weapon to come back as fast as possible is you have to have basically you have to have those lenses on everything. I mean, literally everything possible. Obviously, the bigger the lens, the more XP you get, or more percentage you get, or whatever. But you just have to have the lenses on there, period. And then now, after you have all those lenses on there, you're able to garner it faster. But then when you put all the mods together on it, like, hold on, look at my Zenric, for example. The one that everybody seems to use, because the arcanes are absolute crap. Unless, so like, one of them is 6% status chance for all Warframe weapons for each enemy hit with Taron Strike up to 300%. Buff lasts for 30 seconds. That means you have to use your weapon. So this one is absolutely dog shit if you're not using your weapon, because it does nothing for you. This other one, Warframe ammo efficiency for 30 seconds after executing a Taron Strike. Again, you have to use the weapon. But this one also has a sub one, which is 18% amp ammo efficiency. The one I read to you earlier is 18% Taron Strike initial charge. We have this one here, which Void Sling strips 30% of enemy Overguard when Overguard is stripped 3 times amp critical multiplier. So, in order for this one to work, you have to dash through an enemy with Overguard and then use your amp, and you get that 3 times crit damage multiplier, which is mid. It's good when it works. It's good when you have an enemy with Overguard that you dash through. This other one is gain invisibility 30 seconds after activating Taron Strike, but you get a 9% increased Taron Strike charge rate. Because a base rate of charge for a Taron Strike, I think you have to kill something like 4,000 enemies with no additional modifiers. 4 or 6,000, somewhere in between there, to build up your Taron Strike.
Damn. Are they even worth it?
Hold on. On Operator or Taron Strike kill, 2.4%. Wait, hold on. Excuse me. Yeah, 2.4% heat damage for secondary weapons for the duration of the mission. 250% max. Now that one is good, but it has no secondary effect, and you have to kill enemies with your operator or your Taron strike in order for you to get that that multiplier. So then that would be the one you would use if you're solely don't give a rat's ass about the Taron strikes, like the ability itself, and you're just solely modifying the operator to be an absolute fucking kill bucket. Now, granted, there's multiple configs, so you could always, mod something and then change it around and do whatever later.
I thought that would make you smile. Look where you're at on my YouTube page.
Top charts, front page, baby. I better be on the front page.
You're literally right next to Brozine.
Well, there you go. Too
You
bad my
made it.
views don't make it. Oh, yeah. I think it's because I'm live. It puts it at the top of your page because you're subscribed and I'm live. But, so the other thing, obviously, when it comes to the mods is you have bonuses off these blue ones for unique schools. Well, unique schools means you have to use one mod from each school type. Which, is great and all, but a lot of the mods, depending on what you're using, like if you were going to mod something like Matarai, you'd want to shove all these different amp modifiers on there. Well, there's amp modifiers across the board that are all in the same school, or some of them have similar schools. So then you lose that initial bonus off that mod because you're using a different school, right? So then you're not going to get your Taron Strike charge as fast. Like mine is set up to have Taron Strike come really fast, but then also have my operator's weapons be useful in normal levels of content, unless you get to like the extreme levels. But when you're in the extreme levels, like 500 plus, right? Yeah, your operator's probably not going to be able to kill nothing, bro. If you're using my type of setup, or at least not enough to be able to revive yourself if you have to, which is where it all matters. Unless you build solely for the amp and the operator.
That's kind of what I'm doing. I had to look up my build for my operator just because I'm trying to figure shit out.
How did you have to look it up, bro? Everything's self-explanatory.
I know my brain doesn't connect shit the way it should.
Fair enough.
I'm more
But
of a I
also,
need my hand help do some things kind of guy.
but also like, this one's like raw damage for amps, 10% bonus for each unique mod school. Well, I have, what is it, 4 other mods from that, so it's 100% bonus damage for amps, but it's like, whatever. Then I have a really strong, fire rate and all this other bullshit. But like, it works, but I'm mostly building these to have the Taron strike ability. But I mean, from my experience here, let's see, because I think Vazarin changed. Summon forth Nidri from the void and plant a noble staff on the ground, creating a tectonic splash of waves that becomes a lingering vortex for 20 seconds. 50% damage dealt to enemies caught in the vortex also inflicted upon all other enemies within it. But essentially, you shoot one enemy, all the enemies inside the vortex die. But the one thing that I have noticed is that with the vortex, enemies don't really go in the vortex as often as you think. It's like when you use it, it kind of pushes all the enemies out, or it does a shit ton of damage and kills everything inside the vortex, and it becomes more of a safety bubble, like a frost bubble, than it does like enemies are coming in the vortex and you're murdering them. But granted, if a bunch of enemies do end up in the vortex, like if you're out of the vortex and the enemies go in it, then yeah. But I don't know. The enemies are weird. But the vortex also strips enemy overguard 25% per second. So any enemy that walks into that has overguard, it's not going to have overguard. Vortex applies 100% status vulnerability to all enemies within it. Status weapon, do more damage. Makes sense. Vortex heals allies for 250 health per second. Down players inside the Vortex will be instantly revived, and dead players will be resummoned. Now, the dead players will be resummoned is a little fucky, because I've had it work, and then I've also had it not work. So I'm not 100% sure if the dead players will be resummoned if you can only revive them by putting the vortex on their body. Or like where they died. You know? Like maybe that has to be the thing, and that might be why it's a little fucky. Is that you have to plant the vortex on their body. But that is good. So like, if you're in Archimedia, because that's where I actually got it to work before, was in Archimedia, I was able to bring somebody back from the dead. But I don't know if I planted it on their body and it worked, or if I just planted it, period, and it worked. But it was towards the beginning of when I first got Vazarin, is when I was able to get it to work. And then the last one is increasing the duration. So like that's what makes the Vazarin one really good, is that you get a healing bubble where it helps you crowd control because you're able to kill one enemy but also kill all of them inside the bubble. And then you're able to bring enemies back from complete death. Or not enemies. Allies back from complete death. So that's something that I think makes that one really good. Then you have Yunaro, which is summon Korgon from the void, banish the mighty hammer, slam it in the ground, creating a cosmic shockwave that ripples 4 times. So after you slam this motherfucker in the ground, you'll get the shockwave that emits from your warframe. Or maybe not your warframe. No, it emits from the impact point 4 times, which is cool. And then shockwaves generate 5 pickups in the form of universal orbs or ammo. Shockwaves create 5 armor motes that grant 450 temporary armor, max of 5. Now the thing is with this one is it works for everybody, so anybody can pick up those motes. But I think, when it says like max of 5, it's max you can carry. But I think since you emit 4 shockwaves, it would be 20 armor motes, which is 5 per teammate. And then Kagron Turon strikes enable their shockwave effect for the next 4 aerial melee slams. So if you have a slam build, that'd be kind of cool, or you can just do aerial slams, whatever. And then you could, the other one is you can increase the shockwave radius, which is helpful. Makes you hit more enemies, blah, 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 blah. Naramon, summon forth the sword. Do the slash, unleash energy wave, gain an 8 times melee combo multiplier. Or wait, hold on. Gain plus 8 melee combo from each enemy hit. So you basically get 8 combo from every enemy that gets hit with the actual strike itself. So you can get an extremely retarded high combo multiplier, which works with your exalted weapons or pseudo exalteds as well. Maybe not the pseudos, but it definitely works with your exalted weapons, but only if you have them equipped. So if you have Excalibur Sword out and then you do the Taron Strike, it'll give that combo to Excalibur Sword instead of your regular melee. Slash size increases. Range of the spectral melee attacks increase. You get the spectral blades, which are swords, a max of 4. That are copies equipped with melee attacks will simultaneously trigger spectral attacks on enemies within 10 meters for 30 seconds. Spectral sword hits increase combo count and gain extra Taron strike charge. Spectral swords are granted to all players in affinity range. So, Naramon, you only really want to have Naramon on when you're using a heavy melee style. So, like, Atlas has a combo multiplier off his 1. You're going to want to use it for him. Excalibur, Korra, fucking Valkyr, pseudo exalted or exalted weapons. Now I'm not too sure if it works with the sniper rifle for what's his face, Sight 9, but for any melee, it 100% works, or even any melee focused builds that you have going on with some Warframes. Plus, you also get the melee combo counter decays, so even though you get that massive melee combo counter boost, you can pretty much have this Taron Strike going all the fucking time because the Spectral Blades, while you're meleeing anyway for your melee build, will help you dish out more damage and then also regain that Taron Strike even faster. Some people say that Taron Strike, this one right here, the Naramon one, is the fastest recharging, but in my experience, granted I don't have all the Spectral Swords yet, I have 3 out of 4, but in my experience, Matarai has been the fastest one for me. I don't know why, but Matarai just comes back so much faster.
Okay.
Couldn't tell you. Obviously, Matarai. Some of the bow, you get the rain of arrows, radiuses increase. Rain of arrows will target enemies, additional enemies, and then you get ability strength for each enemy hit by the initial Taron Strike, max 50%, and it lasts for 30 seconds. So you always want to use Matarai on a large group of fucking enemies, and I like to use Matarai with Warframes that have strong crowd control points of damage, like Saren, because then I can just use the Taron Strike and it will spread my spores and murder everything on the board. That's why I love using Matarai with Saren, is it's the ultimate like end all be all. Let me clear the map real quick, because then you're able to get all these spores just keep fucking spreading. And on top of that, every enemy that's getting hit by spore damage also gets hit by the Taron Strike damage from the raining arrows, because the arrows hit everything or anything that is being hit by damage. So it's another damage on top of that. So, that's helpful. Then you get your lovely book, the Zeneric, which you summon forth Lorac, conjuring spells, calling forth a beam of energy from within. You basically get a large laser beam, shoot it at a bunch of enemies, and then if you hit an enemy, it spreads that laser beam over to other enemies. So it's like shooting the Tor down the hallway. You create 4 spectral pages, which granting an additional 10% casting speed, ability strength, ability duration, and 100 bonus energy per page. So it becomes an extra energy pool. So if you're out of energy but your Taron Strike's ready to go, you can just fire your Taron Strike and then you get 400 energy from a separate pool. And it pulls from that pool first. So while your energy refills, it'll be pulling from the pages instead of pulling from your actual energy pool, which is kind of cool. Ability strength, duration, and casting speed granted by spectral pages increases by 40%. So everything there is stronger. So, instead of 40, it's like, what, 80%?
Uh-huh.
And then the spectral pages also fire off beams that blind enemies within 16 meters. So they'll just start shooting at random people. Now, what's cool about the Taron Strike with the pages is that if you get this back a lot and you don't use all your pages, like you're not a heavy casting frame, or you're not using those pages will continuously build up. And if a bunch of people have Zeneric, then the pages are multiplicative. So you'll get pages from somebody else's Zeneric while also getting pages from your own, and so on and so forth, like whoever's using it. And that's pretty much all the Taron Strike abilities. I mean, I like to use them a lot. I usually like to use them on large groups of enemies, because a lot of what it does is it feels like an additional crowd control maneuver and or something that gives you innate buffs that aren't something that you can count on all the time, but it's something that's nice. Like I use Vazarin all the time, and I will never go into Archimedias without Vazarin because not only with Vazarin can I heal myself if I go into void mode, I can dash through teammates or myself, my Warframe, and give myself invulnerability. I can also cast Guardian Shell, which gives me more invulnerability, which is um, like Iron Skin, how it used to be. I can revive players from death. I can revive them, period. And it also gives me the ability to heal in a massive vortex that also helps me deal with crowd control. And I just get it back all the time because of how my setup is. I get like a 60% initial charge or some bullshit like that. Which that initial charge will stay on there no matter what. So even after you use it, it goes instead of going to 0%, it'll go back to 60% charged. So you just have to charge up another 40% and you get to use it again. And the best ways to do that is to grab, obviously, once you have all your lenses on there, but also to grab those little pop-ups, the yellow or the blue ones. You'll only see the blue ones when you've maxed out your standing cap for the day. And then you get these blue ones, which all they do is boost the Taron Strike recharge by some percentage. And if you're using it a lot, it'll, charge a lot faster, it feels like.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Once I use it the first time, especially with Matter, like the first time takes forever to charge, and after the first time's charged, it seems like everything else after that is just easier.
Yeah.
Couldn't tell you why. But with Matter is, swear to Christ, the fastest one I get back. Like, that thing will spawn. I'll use my ability. That thing will spawn again that you, like, pick up for, like, the focus or whatever. That'll focus fucking pickup that just spawns. And I'll instantly already have my Matter back. I'm like, okay, whatever. Well, I take it since
Um,
it's 10 o'clock, Matt's not getting on.
Probably not, and I might go here in a second too, because I'm fucking fighting. What are you doing tomorrow? I gotta work.
Work, possibly.
Work possibly. Just less routes or weather.
I don't know. I might not get around. I don't know. We'll see.
Gotcha.
I hope
Well,
I do.
if you're up and you're available, fucking hit me up. I will be on. Like,
Okay.
I'm so used to like, I don't know if I told you this. I found a really good groove with my exercise, and it's working for me, and I'm actually showing progress because of this.
Hmm.
So I'm trying to make this work as much as I can, but that requires me to get enough sleep at night.
Okay.
And it's just been really, uh, I don't know what the fuck word. Like I saw that it was working and it made me happy. You know what I mean? Like it was motivating.
Right.
Yeah. So, but I will catch you tomorrow at some point. But you take
Okay.
care. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Love you, cousin. Take care.
Yep. Love you. Bye.